Hello and welcome. My name is Brenda Mailer. I'm here today to introduce myself and to set some intentions of how I want to show up for you through this channel. So, I'm a life coach, I'm a yoga instructor, and I facilitate chakra dance workshops as well. But my goal is to help you connect with yourself on a deeper level so that you can live in alignment with who you really are, who you truly are on the inside, and to take self-inspired action in your life, really, to live with purpose. And through this page, I have been offering yoga on here for a few years. I've been offering meditations on here for a few years. But what I want to do now is I want to create offerings to you that are valuable for you to think about your life, to figure out, what is it that you could do to bring yourself more in alignment with who you are, what you want for yourself, what's important to you, so that you can really step into your life with purpose, to experience your life with purpose, and to really embrace who you're becoming. We all kind of grow through our lives, and it's so important to recognize that we don't stay the same. Things are always changing, right? So how can you step into your life now and create your meaningful life? Where is it that you dream yourself to be going, and how do you want to be living? So I thought I would just start with just a brief introduction with who I am, how I got here, and so you get to know me a little bit first, and then hopefully you'll subscribe and check out some of the content that I'll be sharing in the weeks, months, and probably years to come. So, again, my name is Brenda Mailer, and I grew up in central Alberta, and lived there for most of my life, but I live on the East Coast now. Very grateful for that shift. I love being by the ocean and spending lots of time in nature out here. But my journey started really, when I was about 17 years old. Before I was even done high school, unfortunately, I became addicted to really harsh drugs of heroin and a lot of drugs that go along with that. And I struggled with that for almost 5 years of my life. At the same time, though, I went to school, I got a banking certificate, I started working at a bank, all while I was struggling. And really, during that time, really not sure who I was, knowing that what I was doing wasn't in my highest good, but really not knowing how to get out of it or why I even got caught in it. But really just wanting so much more for myself and knowing that I deserved that, but afraid to really take action. So at the same time, I was always trying to clean up, but always getting caught back in it again, right? And though I was able to get clean from heroin, which was a godsend, I still cycled. I cycled for many years with, drinking, marijuana, anything that would kind of take me into another state, really, because I had a hard time being present with myself. I had a hard time being connected and honest with myself. And it wasn't until I was in my early 30s that I finally took a look in the mirror and said, please, I need to change. I need to change. And still took a couple more years from there, to be honest. But at the age of 33, a friend asked me, she's like, where are you going to be in 5 years if you keep living the way you're living? And it terrified me. It really did. It terrified me, and I didn't know where I would be. So driving from Calgary to Edmonton, Edmonton to Calgary that day. Oh my God, between those two cities all the time. Driving from Edmonton to Calgary that day, I decided to quit drinking, and I did. It was hard, that first weekend of like walking home past the liquor store and not picking up a bottle of wine or going to the bar for a beer was really hard. But I knew that I needed it for myself. I knew that I could do it, and I knew that I wanted better for myself. And I stepped through that discomfort. I stepped through what was so uncomfortable to just give myself a chance. Right? And I journaled every day 1, day 2, day 3, all the way upwards. And I don't know exactly when I stopped counting the days, but I know I at least went a month, right? Of like counting every single day. and put reminders in my phone, dove into my yoga practice even more. So I had been doing yoga for probably about maybe 3 or 4 years at that point, and just really did whatever I could do for myself at that time, really dove into things that made me feel good, read a lot of amazing books, and really tried to support myself in whatever way I could. And then I landed in a life coach's office. She was a shamanic life coach, and she helped change my experience with myself. She helped me tune into the emotions that I'd been hiding from, that I'd been running from for many, many years. She helped me reconnect with who I am and what's important to me, and got me regrounded in my values, and really helped me to tune into, who was I and what did I want for myself. And after I'd been working with her for quite a while, we did a lot of wild stuff, a lot of ceremonies, and things that really just helped me tune into myself, get reconnected with my spiritual self, and we did a lot of wild stuff. Maybe I'll share some stuff about that another time, but she helped me get in touch with myself. And then from there, a few months later, I enrolled in a yoga teacher training program. I ended up leaving the bank and moving east as I found a partner that I deeply love, my husband, Matthew. And it's been a journey since then, right? And dove into becoming a life coach, that desire to help people on a deeper level. For many years, about 15 years, I was a financial advisor. So I was helping people with money all the time. I was helping them get clear of what they wanted, what their goals were, how they were using it, what were they doing, how were they taking action in their lives in regards to their finances, and, recalibrating, and, figuring out what works best for a budget now, and that kind of thing. And so I basically just took that work and dove a little deeper. I really was curious at the time as to, why is it that we're making these decisions? Why is it that we fall into these patterns that, like me with addiction, or some people with like spending or eating or anything. I was so curious about why do we do this to ourselves? What's happening? And through life coaching, it's been amazing to, grow even more, to come home even more to myself through the journey of becoming a coach and working with a coach and multiple coaches at this point. And to also support others, to see people get a deeper understanding of themselves and their beliefs and their patterns, and what they want for themselves and their dreams, and seeing all that come to life, and seeing how lives can transform, and how we can stop holding ourselves back and really step into who we truly are and what we want for ourselves. And sometimes it's hard, I'm not saying it's always rainbows and unicorns, but on the other side, there's a lot of light when we can embrace those things that we see as shadows. But in my own experience, the shadows are the gift. They're the gift. That's where we understand ourselves on a whole different level, and how we can begin to love ourselves. And it's not easy, but it's there. It's so there to just embrace who we are, to understand, some of the conditions and the beliefs that we've been brought up with, and how those are still playing out in our lives subconsciously, unconsciously, right? And how we can bring more awareness to them and begin to reframe them and support them in ways that help us step forward in our lives. And that's really my goal, is to help you and others to step into your life with purpose, with self-inspired action, trusting and loving yourself so deeply along the way. So if you have any questions or any comments on this, I'd love to hear from you. I'm going to be posting more videos here, going to be connecting, and we'll see how it all unfolds. But I'm really excited to be sharing with you here in this medium now. And if you'd like to get a hold of me, I am available at Brenda at seabrightspirit.ca. So that's my email. And you can also check out my website, which is seabrightspirit.ca. So www.seabrightspirit.ca. And of course, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram under Sea Bright Spirit or Brenda Mailer. So if you have any questions or just want to connect, please reach out. I'd love to hear from you. Subscribe, be here, check out what I have to offer, see how it can add value to your life, how it can help you live your best life and to live with purpose. And I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.